In the modern world, men are living in a strange paradox. We have more comfort than any generation before us, yet we are more stressed. We have more information, yet less wisdom. More connection, yet less genuine purpose. Most men today feel overwhelmed, distracted, and disconnected from themselves. They live with silent pressure to succeed, to provide, to stay strong, to never break. But beneath that armor, many men are struggling with doubt, fear, and a constant feeling of being behind in life. The ancient Stoics lived in a world filled with chaos too: political turmoil, war, disease, uncertainty. And yet, they discovered a way to stay grounded, a way to stay strong, a way to stay calm in the middle of a storm. Their lessons are not just philosophy, they are survival tools, tools for clarity, discipline, self-respect, and inner power. In this video, we explore 7 Stoic rules for men in the modern world. Rules that will help you form a backbone of unshakable character, sharpen your mind, command your emotions, and build a life rooted in purpose and strength. Let's begin. Rule 1. Control what you can. Release what you can't. The Stoics believed that a man becomes powerful the moment he realizes this truth. Most things aren't up to you, and that's okay. Your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, these belong to you. Everything else does not. Modern men waste enormous energy worrying about things outside their control. Whether someone respects them, whether a partner stays, whether their career advances fast enough, whether the world treats them fairly, whether life follows their timeline. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The closer a man comes to his own power, the happier he is." A Stoic man redirects energy inward, not outward. How to apply this rule today? Identify the sphere of control. You control your habits, your reactions, your discipline, your effort, your integrity. Let go of the external. You do not control the past, other people's perceptions, outcomes, or luck. Act without attachment. Do your best and release the rest. Replace worry with preparation. Instead of fearing what might happen, strengthen yourself for whatever happens. Once you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. For modern men, this is not just philosophy, it is emotional survival. When you choose what deserves your energy, life becomes lighter, clearer, stronger. This is the foundation of Stoic masculinity. Rule 2. Master your emotions before they master you. Most men were raised with the idea that emotional strength means staying silent, staying tough, never showing weakness. But the Stoics had a completely different interpretation. Stoicism does not teach you to suppress emotions. It teaches you to manage them, to respond with clarity rather than react with chaos. Anger, fear, jealousy, frustration, desire, these emotions are not the enemy. Losing control to them is the enemy. Epictetus said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit." In other words, you chose to hand over control. A Stoic man handles emotions differently. He observes before reacting. He names the emotion. This is anger. This is insecurity. He pauses long enough for reason to return. He chooses response over impulse. Imagine how differently modern life would feel if you didn't snap when stressed. You didn't feel threatened by criticism. You didn't make decisions out of fear. You didn't chase validation when lonely. Emotional mastery is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming unshakable. Practical exercises: when angry, do nothing for 90 seconds. Let the chemical reaction pass. When anxious, ask, what part of this is in my control? When insecure, ask, is this a fact or a feeling? When triggered, breathe slowly and deeply until clarity returns. A man who controls his emotions cannot be manipulated. He cannot be provoked. He cannot be broken by instability. And that is real strength. Rule 3, live by a code, not by mood. Most men live by emotion. If I feel motivated, I'll do it. If I feel inspired, I'll start. If I feel confident, I'll act. But the Stoics taught that a man's character is defined not by what he feels, but by what he does consistently. A Stoic man operates from principle, not emotion. Marcus Aurelius did not wake up every morning wanting to lead an empire. Cato did not feel like resisting corruption every day. Seneca did not always feel wise, but they acted according to their code, not their mood. What does a modern code look like? You wake up early whether you feel like it or not. You work on your craft consistently. You train your body because discipline builds dignity. You keep your word because integrity is rare. You treat others with respect even when irritated. You resist temptation because cheap pleasures weaken the mind. Your code becomes your backbone, a structure that supports you when emotions fluctuate. Why men need a code today? Modern society encourages instant gratification. Social media glorifies shortcuts. Advertising sells comfort over growth. Without a code, a man becomes soft, reactive, and easily swayed. Define your non-negotiables. My health is non-negotiable. My work ethic is non-negotiable. My integrity is non-negotiable. My standards are non-negotiable. When your code becomes stronger than your feelings, your confidence rises because you finally trust yourself. A man who lives by a code becomes a leader in his home, his community, and his own life. Rule 4. Seek discomfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Stoics intentionally practiced voluntary hardship. Why? Because they knew that comfort makes men weak. Seneca would sleep on the floor. Epictetus trained through pain and poverty. Marcus Aurelius embraced military living. They understood that discomfort builds resilience, and resilience builds confidence. Modern life, however, surrounds men with easy pleasure, fast food, fast entertainment, fast dopamine. But easy pleasure creates long-term suffering. A Stoic man embraces discomfort, waking up early, cold showers and intense training, fasting, delaying gratification, facing fears head-on, saying no to addiction and distraction. Voluntary adversity trains you for involuntary adversity. If you choose small daily challenges, larger challenges no longer break you. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, you say, I've trained for this. Modern applications. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Do the difficult task first. Speak the hard truth respectfully. Break your comfort-based routines. Practice boredom instead of reaching for your phone. Comfort creates stagnation. Discomfort creates transformation. Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. If you avoid challenge, you avoid greatness. If you pursue challenge, you pursue your potential. Choose discomfort now or face regret later. Rule 5. Dominate the morning. Dominate your life. The morning is the most important battle of the day. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning of the challenges he would face. Seneca ended each day reviewing his actions. Epictetus planned his day with precision. The Stoic morning had three purposes: prepare the mind, strengthen discipline, clarify intention. Modern men lose their morning to their phone, emails, distractions, rushing, reacting instead of leading. When you start your day in reaction mode, you weaken your mind. When you start with intention, you strengthen it. A Stoic morning routine. Wake up without immediately checking your phone. Sit in silence for 3 to 5 minutes. Review your priorities. Practice gratitude. Train the body. Read something wise. Move toward your most important task. This is not about perfection. It is about starting the day with ownership. If you win the morning, you win the day. If you win the day, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, your life transforms. Stoicism begins at sunrise. Rule 6, be useful. Be a producer, not a consumer. Modern society encourages consumption. Watch more, buy more, scroll more. But consumption without creation leads to emptiness. The Stoics believe that a man has a responsibility to himself and to society to contribute. Marcus Aurelius asked himself daily, what is my role as a human being? A Stoic man asks, how can I be useful today? Ways men become producers: building skills, providing value at work, supporting family, creating solutions, serving a community, teaching, sharing, mentoring, solving real problems instead of avoiding them. The more useful you become, the more confident you become. Purpose is built through contribution, not consumption. Exercise. Ask yourself each morning, what value will I create today? This question will change your life. Rule 7. Remember your time is short. Memento Mori. This is the most powerful Stoic rule. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. This is not meant to depress you. It is meant to free you. When you remember that time is limited, fear becomes smaller. Procrastination becomes foolish. Ego becomes irrelevant. Excuses become unacceptable. Seneca wrote, we are not given a short life. We make it short by wasting it. If you truly remembered your mortality, you would stop delaying your goals. You would stop living to please others. You would stop tolerating toxic habits. You would start speaking your truth. You would start building the life you actually want. Everything becomes clearer when you face the truth. You don't have forever. Your parents won't be here forever. Your opportunities won't last forever. Your potential won't remain untouched forever. Memento Mori is the fuel that pushes men to act boldly, live intentionally, and love deeply. Life becomes meaningful when you realize it is temporary. Finally, being a man today is not easy, but the Stoic path gives you a framework, a blueprint for clarity, discipline, and strength. Let's recap the 7 Stoic rules. Control what you can. Master your emotions. Live by a code, seek discomfort. Dominate the morning. Be useful. Remember death. Live these rules, and you rise above the noise of society. You become harder to discourage, harder to manipulate, harder to break. You become a man of discipline, a man of principle, a man of purpose, a man who leads, who builds, who contributes. This is the Stoic ideal. This is the path of strength. This is the kind of masculinity the modern world desperately needs.